A cataclysmic event has struck Earth. Millions have vanished without a trace. Years have passed with no answers. And so the question emerges, how far is Superman willing to go? For tomorrow, it's the DC Multiverse. Superman for Tomorrow statue.
Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Fig Noon's Figures. It's your guy Fig Noon, and we're back today with another figure review. Today it's the DC Multiverse Superman for Tomorrow statue, based off his likeness in the 12-part saga Superman for Tomorrow, and the artwork of the oh-so-gifted Jim Lee. You can see what they were going for here, and this is a really big box. Let's go ahead and have a look at it. We get the big clear window here. Down here at the left corner, we get the Superman logo with the 85 right behind it in recognition of the 85 years of Superman. Taking a look at the other side of the box, you can see we get that logo again here at the top. Superman for Tomorrow. Right here on the back, we get another look at some comic book artwork from Jim Lee. It looks really great. You can really tell this is Jim Lee's artwork too. You know, it just looks amazing. You know, all the line definition and details we get there. Here on the other side, you got a QR code so you can get some digital issues there if you want to check it out on DCUniverseInfinite.com. Down here at the bottom, here's the UPC if that helps anybody track this guy down. Really excited for this review. And so with no further ado, guys, go wrap a freaking bat towel around your neck, slap an S on your chest, and let's take it back to the streets of Metropolis with the DC Multiverse Superman for Tomorrow statue. Alright, so here's my first look at the statue, and I gotta say, this guy's a lot bigger than I thought he was when I first seen the images, but I guess that's a good thing. He comes with a few things that you're gonna need to assemble him, plus a trading card, so let's go ahead and have a look at those before we jump in for a closer look. Accessories that are included here with the Superman statue, starting off with this card. We get a card here with every DC Multiverse figure that we get. This one's no exception. You can see we get the same artwork from the back of the box, and this is based off one of the Superman for Tomorrow covers. Really love Jim Lee's artwork. I mean, who doesn't? Here on the back, we get a quick read-up, which is pretty much the same generic read-up we always get for Superman on the back of these cards. Then you're going to get a base here for your statue, and if we measure the base, you can see that it's about a little bit over, just about 7 inches wide in diameter. It's also going to come with this post that's going to be used to hold up your statue, and pretty much the way you would attach this, I think it's better probably to go into your statue first. You can see Superman has this hole here, and you would just peg this here into the back of your figure. Probably a good idea to fold your cape up as far as possible, and you really want to jam this thing in there. You want to do this maybe only one time and not ever have to worry about him falling out. Feels like it's in there nice and snug, and so then you would just take this post here, pretty simple stuff, and just jam it right into the base of your stand. That's going to do it for accessories. Let's go ahead and take a closer look here at our statue. Let's go ahead and have a look at our statue here, starting off with the head sculpt. It's a very interesting head sculpt. I know some people maybe don't like this head sculpt. It is based off the artwork of Jim Lee, and as we look at the hair here, you can see he's got kind of some blackish, bluish hair. There is some tint to the hair, which is very classic. He should have black, blue hair. There are some classic things going on, like with the little curl here over his forehead. His eyes are kind of squinted. He definitely does have a broad jawline here. The cheekbones are very defined. He has very high cheekbones. I'm kind of getting some Buzz Lightyear vibes here, looking here at this face. It does look like the mouth is very close to the nose. Those are some of the proportions that make it look a little bit different from the actual artwork. He does have quite a chin here going on, giving Jay Leno a run for his money. More paint applications here to the cheeks, kind of almost a blush look here on the chin and on the cheekbones to kind of give him some depth there for his skin tone, kind of adding some kind of shadow effect. It looks pretty good, to be honest, but we don't see it anywhere else on the rest of the skin tone. Moving down to the costume, you can see he has the classic Superman logo. I really like the colors that they went with. I like this blue, I like this red. It looks good. Now this is very spot on to the comic book. They are missing that little gap there at the top with the Superman logo, but other than that, it looks pretty good. He has some nice muscle definition going on here with the arms. You can even see some of the veins popping through the costume. So a few wrinkles here and stuff here on the abs. It is painted so that it adds a little bit more definition. This dude looks really ripped. The suit actually looks like it's really stretching out on him, so I really do like that. Down here at the hands, he gets some nice detail as well. You can see some of the veins, some of the muscle definition, even down to the fingernails that have been molded in there. There is no other paint there on the fingernails, but other than that, I mean, they look really good. These are some monster hands that he has. These hands are really big, even down to the gaps between his fingers on that cover. It's pretty spot on. They really kind of took a good look at this thing when they were sculpting it. Moving down to the belt, you can see he has the classic round Superman belt. The red loopholes there for the bottoms. More of the blue paint. Look at the muscle definition here on the legs. These are really protruding out. This guy's really jacked down here. Here on the boots, he has a nice cut there. Really classic Superman stuff going on. Nothing too crazy. These are proportioned very nicely around the top of the boot. I do like that. You can see the back of the foot is kicked up, kind of in that classic Superman flying pose. Taking a look at the back of the cape, you can see there's some nice molding and sculpting here. It really looks like it's waving in the wind. But from the front of the cape, it almost looks like he has wings, you know, almost like these wings coming up. I'm getting some real Spawn vibes from this thing. This is a McFarlane release, so I almost thought maybe Todd influenced some Spawn stuff going on here, but nope. This looks even down here, even if you look like here at the wave, you know, the curve of this cape, it's spot on to the cover. So I'm really liking all this. It's a soft, rubbery cape. I think that's good because in order to get this here in the back of your figure, you're gonna have to like pull this thing all the way up. Another thing I do like about this base, he can go side to side. So if, you know, you needed to move him into your collection, maybe you're strapped for a little space like myself and you need to move him one way or the other, that's good. The only thing is, there's no posability. There's no articulation here on this figure. You know, the arms don't swivel. There's no swivel here on the wrists, none whatsoever. I think we've seen a little bit of articulation there with the Spawn Multiverse statue that was released, but all the other ones, they don't come with articulation. I'm not mad at that though. I don't need too much articulation with my statues. All in all, I think he looks pretty good. He's pretty big. This is a $40 statue. Let's do a couple comparisons to some of the Batman statues that have been released and have a look at those. All right, so let's have a look at a quick comparison. Here we have the Hush Batman, which is also based off Jim Lee's artwork. So we got two Jim Lee statues here. These look phenomenal next to each other, I think, as well. The bases look good together because they're about the same size, same logo, so they really fit together good. I just like the way the colors look. He's probably going to go right next to this guy when I display him. Let's take a look at another DC Multiverse statue. Okay, next up we have the Michael Keaton Batman statue that was released a few months back, right before the movie. I really like this statue. I think he looks great as well. But man, look at the way the colors pop out on this guy. If you got him on your shelf, there's no way your eyes can't be drawn to that blue and red paint. As much as I like this, he tends to get lost a little bit because of all the darkness going on there with this suit. All right, so next up we have a Diamond Select Gallery Weapon X statue here on the side. Now these are probably about in the same price range. This might be a little bit more here on the other side, but usually get some kind of a diorama type base here. You can see the snow and stuff, a little bit more detail, but look at the size you get over here. So it's give or take whatever your preference is. Let's have a look at one more statue. All right, last up, we have a Kotobukiya Laura Kinney X23 female Wolverine statue here on the side. We've actually reviewed all the statues that we've taken a look at. You can go back on the channel and have a look at every single one of these. You can see something a little bit different here with the bases. These run probably about $100, so definitely a lot more than what you get over here. The scale is about the same. I really like the way all these classic costumes look. And last but not least, we have a DC Multiverse Superman 1000 figure next to the Superman. And you can see what I was talking about with the paint. I really wish we could get a Superman with this kind of blue on his suit and this kind of red. This is a classic, just about as classic of a Superman you're going to get from the Multiverse line, that you could see the darkness there in the suit. The costume's about the same, the logo's about the same. The only thing is you can see here that yellow spot that we're kind of missing here on the logo. Also, one thing I should note, we're not getting any S's on the back of our capes here. What's up with that, man? I mean, I know all our Superman fans, we're calling for that S on the back. I don't care if I don't care if he's not looking at me from the back, you know, even I just want to know it's there. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for comparisons, guys. Let's jump into Fig's final thoughts. All right, so for my final thoughts of the McFarlane Toys Superman for Tomorrow statue, I like the overall size of this statue. I like the cover pose they chose to go with. And I also like that we got Superman off the ground and in flight. The base works good and does its job. The face might not work for others, but for me, I think it'll do just fine. I do think if the jaw was a bit smaller and the mouth and nose were spaced out a little bit more, it would have been just perfect. The suit looks amazing. Perfect shade of blue and red. No articulation, no problem. Maybe a neck swivel would have worked though. Price point, 40 bucks. Now that you can't beat. I can't think of any other company out there right now giving you a statue of this detail and size under 50 bucks. And so with all that in mind, I'm giving this piece a rating of 8.5 out of 10 figs. Look, sure hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button for me. And also, make sure to subscribe for even more reviews. That's gonna wrap it up for this one, but as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. It's your guy, Fig Newton. Fig Newton.